Easiest way to apply a back stencil on straight. Let's get into it. So first I hit it with alcohol. Sprit, 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 sprit. She said it's cold. You saw that. Then we had to hit the next step, which is literally the shaving part. I'm not going to lie. I barely saw any goddamn hair, but, you know, we going to just run through the method. Dab, dab, dab. And at this point, I'm checking. I'm trying to see what else I can find. I think I saw a speck. So let's just hit that again. Dab, dab. All right. Now we hit another little dab, 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 dab. All through the middle. Make sure I got everything. And now the most important part. Make sure the person's head is facing straight. Now I get a marker and I mark 3 center points. One at the top. Boom. One in the middle. Boom. And one all the way at the bottom. I like to make sure that I can see my marks. All right, boom, and make sure that it's right in the middle. That way I know where I'm positioning my stencil before I even place it on. Now we get our stencil. Now what I first do is I rip any excess piece off because that's going to be in my way. Now I get my scissors. I hit a nice little cut. These is, I don't even remember what, something tears. I don't know. Pressure tears. I don't remember the name. Then I get some tape. I like to get tape. That way I'm not overly committing and having to place the stencil on before I know where I'm actually going. See, I had to move it down just a little bit. Boom. Then I like to place it back or come back a little bit. That's me popping a little bit of shit. You feel me? You know, I can't help it. You feel me? It's part of the experience. Anyway, my fault. Focus. Back to it. Okay, so now I'm making sure that the tape is on good before I lift it up and apply my stencil stuff. Another thing, you just want to make sure that the stencil is on straight and that everything is situated before you actually apply the stencil stuff, and your pressure tears can be evenly, make sure your pressure tears is even. So that means make sure that it can evenly place onto the skin, nice and, I don't want to say even again, but even. That way basically all the paper gets onto the skin. All right, now you take a little step back just to make sure. I didn't like the bottom one, so I redid it. Now when the stencil's on, so I made it a little more tighter. All right, now after I make it tighter, I'm probably going to take another step back just to make sure again. Well, at least no, now I know that one's really like in the ditch of her back at that point. So basically, you just want to always make sure it forms into the person's back. Now it's time to literally just lift up the stencil just a little bit. Make sure you get a nice layer or large area all around. Okay, lock in with me. This is what I do in order to put it down. First, I get a little tissue and I lay it down. That way the stencil doesn't automatically stick and I know exactly where I'm going. Boom, and I move from there and I now line it up and I go from middle and I come down. I come all the way down, then I go out to the sides. So I worry about middle, then sides after. So middle, then sides, and then I move from there. After that, Lord God, I chat a lot. Now we press down, press down, press down, press down, press down, and I like to fan it off just to give it a little air, make sure it's in there. And this is my method for a straight spine tattoo. Let me know if you like it.
If this helped you, drop a like or hit subscribe. More tips coming for tattoo artists who really care about their craft.